Hey guys, it's Adam here and welcome to another episode of Commenting on Comments, where I comment on the comments you left on the video. So without further ado, let's roll that intro and get on with some comments. So our first I can't even talk anymore. Our first comment here is from Lena Kayoshi. And they say 246. Oh wow, I had the same monitor. Now my brother has it. Still a good monitor though, and Lena's talking about that Acer that I bought for 20 bucks off of Kijiji. It's a good monitor, like it's not a piece of shit or anything, it's just the resolution is so friggin' 2009, and I really wanted a 1080p monitor. If it wasn't for Dad giving me that monitor, that Acer monitor, I probably would still be using that old Acer, that 18-inch up on the setup. It's just nice having the 1080p screens, but of course it's nice, right? Dodi K147 says, why don't you go to IKEA and buy yourself a new kitchen and dishwasher once you get your money? We don't really have an IKEA in North Bay. I guess I could mail order that shit. It would be nice to put up new counters and cupboards and shit in there, but I don't know how that would work. I'd have to look into that. Yeah, I'd have to look into that. Rick Lieber said the meat label said ground pork. While you're cooking it, you kept calling it beef. Did I miss you putting ground beef in there? No, I screwed up, dude. Even though it's ground pork, it was ground pork. I see ground meat, and I always call it beef because of habit. But yeah, it was pork. ZX84ZTV says, or ZX8401ZTV says, that monitor could become parts for the other one, worth 20 bucks in capacitors. Yeah, that's another thing. But like, it works, and I hate to like dissect something that works to fix something that doesn't work. That's the only thing. If I had another blown monitor, I would probably pull all the good caps out of it and put them on standby and get them for that one there and get the old 22-inch up and running. But yeah, I kind of don't want to dissect a monitor to get another monitor working. And the sad thing is that 22-inch monitor had the same resolution of that 18-inch that I bought. So kind of really don't need it anymore. But I'm going to fix it anyway. Fuck it. Jeff Stadecard High says, hey Adam, I got a question for you. If you had an uncle named Jack and he helped you off a horse, would you help your Uncle Jack off a horse? No, you never jack off a horse, bud. They got to come load like a shotgun. Jake 28 Hyde says, hey Adam, have you ever thought of fixing computers or build computers for people and be your own boss? I used to actually do that back in 2004 was when we opened up our company. It was Dad and I doing it, and I was fixing computers while working at the job that I just lost. It was pretty hectic at the time. We had a lot of clients. I was literally working 16 hours a day at that time. I'd work 8 hours at Onterra and then 8 hours at my business. And I wasn't getting much sleep. It really reminded me of the college days. It was burning me out. Sure, the income was great. Made a lot of money doing it. But in the end, I had to quit one or the other. And I chose the wrong choice. I should have kept the business. Bighead 4201 says, I heard Windows 10 is full of tracking software, and you heard correct. In Microsoft's defense, they say, it's not tracking software. Right now, Windows 10 is still in test phase, so what we're doing is we're testing it out so that we can see where the flaws are, and that's why we're giving it to you for free, so that you can do the testing for us. Blah, 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 was a bling, bling, bunch of fucking lies, end of story. They track everything you do. Websites you visit, software you've installed, if it's pirated or not, they're tracking all that shit. Now, whether they do something with it, that's a whole other story, but I know they're tracking it. Nerdgasm has some videos on it on his site, on his YouTube, if you want to check those out. WTBM 123 says, cool that the pulley came off so easy. Yeah, I was really impressed. Like, I love that pulley puller. That thing, Dad gave that to me, didn't know what it was. And he said, here, maybe you can find a use for this. And he just kind of put it in the garage. And I had it sitting in the drawer since 2006. And I think in the past year, I've used it 3 times for that exact purpose, to pull pulleys. And it's worked mint all 3 times. The stuff says, magic phone calls are the worst. Maybe being belligerent with them will get you off the list. Oh, fuck, I hope so. I hate when people call me, hey, you want to get some credit? You want to get some, you want to buy a car? Hey, buddy, can we get a donation to some fan? Like, fuck off and leave me alone. If I really wanted the service, I would have called you. I would have fucking called you. Buckman840 says, I used a similar looking fanny pack on my sled. Instead of on the front, put it on the handlebar's backside so that you can reach into it from your stopped position sitting on the bike. Also, use zip ties, but anything you got. Yeah, I got a bunch of zip ties, so that's not a problem. Definitely can zip tie that bag, and I like the idea of putting it on the back instead of on the front, and that way there you can reach into it. Yeah, that's true. That bag will work nice for two reasons. One, it's padded, and two, it's small enough where I can put like my e-dart in there, some juice, maybe some small tools like a ratchet, or not a ratchet, but like a vice grip. You know, like field repair tools, vice grips, some screwdrivers, a Phillips, and a flathead, or one of these little stubby universal jobbies. These things are fucking sweet, but that's going to mess up with the green screening. You know, they're pretty cheap too. They're like $5 at the source. So grab one of those, toss it in there. Then you have your screwdriver, you got your vice grip, maybe some chain lube or something like that, and you're off to the races. You're good for a day of romping. TCB Bloke says, try having a few thousand watts of tungsten theater lights beaming down on you. That's fun. No, that's what you call a stage light tan. Yup. That would suck. I wouldn't want that. George Gardner says, check out Steve Robb. He does shouts and reviews of YouTubers. Is he the one who just recently did the shout out for Rickham? I think so, eh? Alright people, that's all we got for this episode of Comedy on Comments. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time guys, peace the frig out.